Hello, YouTube family. How are you guys doing? I hope this video is finding you all doing well. Some beautiful weather happening out there in Prince Edward Island, Canada. I wasn't going to do a video. I'm just coming in from limping, doing some limping yard work. A little bit of lawn mowing, and for those of you who followed me, my foot's still not doing great. But you know what? I can stand on 2 feet, and it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, so my wife got home and she gave me this. So this just came in, and I thought, especially for my maybe US friends, the people that I've had the pleasure of meeting and chatting with, you might like this, or maybe maybe you have your own source, but I like guitar gear, but my budget's fairly limited. So when I buy something, I want to protect it. So, and when I can support local, I want to do that too. So I found a great Canadian company for an amp cabinet, or I should say, I guess, a guitar cabinet. So this is the cabinet I built. A company called Implicit Audio out in Toronto area, and they send you the kits. They're all in pieces, of course, but they fit together like a puzzle, and super easy to do, and super great cabinets, like 13 ply, void-free Baltic birch plywood. So I mean, this thing was great. Now obviously, I didn't finish it like a custom cab. I just wanted something, that sounded good for my Jensen P10R speaker that I bought. So this cab was great. So I didn't even finish it, no Tolex, no anything. I just sanded it down a little bit, put some stain on it so you could see the nice grain in this cab. So, and that's it, right? Like, so it's nothing fancy, but I love it. Sounds great, and I've used it for a couple of gigs now, and we can't complain. However, I'm fussy with my stuff, and I want to protect it. So there's another Canadian company that I've been dealing with for years. Actually, I say years, but years ago, I used to buy covers for every amp I would buy. And I went through a lot of amps for a while until I realized that, you know what? It's not the amp that doesn't sound good, it's just me. So, right? So it doesn't matter what kind of amp I buy, my playing is just still going to be my playing, right? So I've kind of grown up and realized that. And so now I just, I buy stuff more kind of reasonably priced, and it's fine, it's fine. But I've had like, 2 Rock amplifiers, which are in excess of $4,000 or $5,000. I've had CARR amplifiers. Those things are not cheap. I've had custom limited edition boxes, Dr. Z's. What else? What else did I get? I can't remember. Anyway, but those have all been sold off. I've gotten rid of all those. But every time I bought an amp that didn't come with a nice padded cover, I would deal with this company. So this company's name is called CoverAmp Canada, and their website is CoverAmp.com. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. They don't know I'm doing this video. They probably don't care. And but they do know who I am, because when I call them, I speak French, and you can speak directly to the people who make your cover, which is kind of cool. They're not super cheap, but the quality is amazing, and their warranty is lifetime. So so basically, I ordered a cover for this. And you may wonder, well, how do you just order a cover for a cabinet that you built yourself? Like, you got to send them all the measurements on, like, on a piece of paper. Well, not really, but so this is their website. So CoverAmp Canada, and they got a ton of stuff. So what I usually do is like for brand name amplifiers, you can go into products, right? If you go into products, it'll give you like, Third Power, 440 Live, 65 amps, AccuGrove amps, acoustic solution, Aguilar, Alien, etc. Ampeg, blah, 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 blah. Like, you have like a ton of stuff. So they make covers for all of those amps, right? But for me, obviously, this cabinet wasn't going to be in that list, so I had to make my own. So if you go to, so on their website, you go to custom order, and I know you guys probably can't really see that, and I'm not a fancy YouTuber, so you bear with me. But you go on custom order, and you know, it basically says estimations for custom orders are very easy to make. In fact, it's only a 3-step. So you select the design of your matching amp, you tell us more about your amp, the model, the dimensions, or the cabinet, whatever you want to call it, and you complete the information. So when you click on begin, so you have all these different models of covers here, right? So you just click the style of amp cover that you want, and then you follow the instructions, take your measurements, put your order in, and it comes, and it's a perfect fit every single time. Now watch this. Because I said that, this won't be a perfect fit. Usually if it's not a perfect fit, it's because you or I made the error. The guy's name who makes the covers, his name is Pierre, and man, he is he's been doing this for a while, and he's good. So I figured I'd do the unboxing with you guys, or the unplasticking, and we'd slap it on and see how accurate it really is. So here we go. I'm gonna cut this off, making sure not to cut the cover. And they're packaged really nice. Now, these guys, they can make just something as simple as a dust cover, you know, just a thin material like dust cover that you would get like when you buy like a Fender amp. Sometimes they'll come with a dust cover or whatever. They can make you what I got, which is thick vinyl, a nice thick vinyl cover, and they can do padded covers. And when I mean padded, I mean like extremely well padded. They make these great big padded covers, or they can make a cover that's only padded in the front, you know, where the grill clot is and the knobs are, and not in the back. They can make the cover that wraps around, so you Velcro the bottom, so the cover won't slip off the amp. They can add pockets to the side of them. Whatever you want. You can make whatever custom order you want. Obviously, the more custom it is, the more money it costs. This little cover for my speaker cab was about 80 bucks, 85 bucks, I think it came to. And you picked the color of the thread, and you picked the color of the wrap. Now, it took a while. It took like 3 weeks to get. I don't know if they were busier than usual, but normally it's a little quicker than that. In the past anyway. But again, the last time I ordered a cover from them would have been 3, 4, 5 years ago, way before COVID. So I'm sure they were hit by COVID as well, and you know, just like all small businesses were. But they're a small business out of, I think they're located in Quebec, and very, very nice people to deal with. So all right, let's do this. Let's see what we got. And I can't remember. I think I ordered black vinyl. I know, Mike. I know what you're saying. You're saying, surprise, surprise, black. I like the black, man. I like the black. So I think I ordered black with vintage yellow stitching, it's called. You could pick red stitching, black stitching, white stitching. Oh, yeah. So here it is. Look at that. Ooh, pretty fancy. Smells new. So here's the cover. And there's the vintage yellow white stitching, and that's kind of their signature. Like for years when I used to order amps, they always have this little like triangle piece in the front. And if you have an amp, there's another big piece, even with the non-padded vinyl covers like I got, there's an extra piece like this that wraps down around the front to protect all the control knobs, or the rear, depending where your control knobs are for your amp. So yeah, so CoverAmp.com, right there. And these are lifetime warranty. If there's any, you know, if there's anything, any defects, any problems, you send it back, he'll fix you up. Now, if you tie it to your car and drag it behind it, well, maybe it wouldn't be covered, but, you know. All right, so let's see if this thing will fit with the measurements that I sent him. Here we go, moment of truth. Oh, this is snug, man. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that. It's perfect. Like, it's right to the bottom. It's just perfect. Right? It doesn't drag on the ground, so you're, right? It's not going to rub on the floor. It's just high enough that it clears the little feet of the amp and fits the handle beautifully. Awesome. There you go. Another little piece of invested gear, protected. I like it. So, oh, there's some case candy here. What's this? Well, that's just my bill. All right, so look. Oh, CoverAmp Canada. Here's the card. CoverAmp.com. Custom-made amplifier covers. I got a couple of extra cards. And so, yeah. So it says here, custom-made 1x10 amp head. This is just my receipt. And I'll tell you exactly what it cost me. Not padded, black leatherette, yellow vintage stitching. Confirmed measurements were validated. So that's cool. On the website, once you put all your measurements in, you cannot put your order through until you confirm the measurements that you entered. So they want you to double check. And it's good because I've made many mistakes in the past. And always caught them at that final step before the payment goes through. So it's good. Yeah, it's just, so okay, I won't go through all the measurements and stuff that I sent. That would change depending on the cab. So the price was 85 bucks. 85 bucks Canadian for the cover. And you know, you get perfect, it's an absolute perfect fit every single time. These guys are awesome. The shipping was 15 bucks. And that's from me to Montreal. You're looking at or me to Quebec, I guess, depending. You're looking at about a 12-hour car ride if I was to drive up there. So with the price of gas today, 15 bucks is pretty cheap. But you can't beat Amazon Prime free shipping. I don't know how they do it. But anyway, these guys, it's just a $15 straight fee for any size cover. I don't think I've ever paid more than that. Even back in the day when I used to order covers for every new amp I bought, I think it was 15 bucks to ship. So their shipping cost hasn't really gone up as far as I can remember anyway. And so the subtotal was 100 bucks. Here in PEI, our tax rate is 15%, which kind of sucks. So the total was so 115 bucks. 115 bucks to protect an investment, I think, is worth it. Super cheap. Would I like to pay less? Absolutely, but the quality is really good. I have never ever had an amp cover of theirs break or stitching go bad or anything. One time, I remember, I think it was a custom Vox amp, and I think I made the mistake. I sent them the measurements for the opening here, and it was, when I got the amp cover, it was really wide. Like the opening was a lot wider than the handle, and it kind of looked, it was okay, it's just the handle, but it kind of looked kind of weird, and I'm fussy. So anyway, I contacted Pierre and I just told him it's really wide. I don't know if it's my mistake, if your mistake or whatever. And he said, you know what, just send it back, we'll change the piece. So I sent it back, he changed that whole top piece, and I got it back, you know, and he express shipped it free of charge. Like, it was really good. So, so yeah, always had great service and really been impressed. So, I mean, for my Canadian friends out there, if you guys are looking for a really fantastic product to protect your gear, CoverAmp Canada is really good. I have no issues with them at all. And like I said, you know, whether you buy one or not, I don't care. Like, I'm not sponsored. It doesn't cost me less, like, to get their stuff. Like, I still pay regular price, right? I'm just a little guy making some YouTube channel just to let you guys know what's out there. Because I love hearing about new products from, you know, you guys and YouTube community. I think it's great, right? It just saves a ton of time on research. So I'm just trying to repay the favor, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so yeah, whether you buy one or not, doesn't matter. But they're there, and they're local, well, Canadian local. And for our U.S. friends, they ship cross border all the time. So they have these big contracts and stuff, and I don't think there's any, you know, fees or duties when it goes from Canada to the US anyway. And your dollar is a lot stronger than ours. So that cabinet probably, you know, cost you $70 or whatever, or 60 maybe plus tax or whatever you guys have in your states. So that's it, guys. Love this cab from a Canadian company, and I love this cover. It's great. So yeah, if anything changes, I'll keep you posted. But in the meantime, you guys take care. God bless, and keep rocking the 6 string. See ya.